Welcome to the second video for Math 123. This one's going to be about your web work. So when you go to your main screen, you see the announcement page. You'll notice on the left-hand side, the fourth button down-ish will be the web work button. When you click on that, it's going to take you to a login screen. The very first time that you log in, your username and your password are going to be identical. So in my case, my username is bmenning for the Campus Connect, therefore that is also my password. So whatever your username is, that is the same thing for your initial password. Now after you log in, the first thing you're going to do is change that password. So you go to User Settings, and you'll see the very top thing, it will show you, right, there's my current password. You create a new password, whatever you want it to be. I don't care. Just write it down because I don't want to have to deal with your issues later when you can't remember. Okay, so you change your password, then let's talk about the homework because that is the sole purpose of web work. So when you click your homework sets, you will see all 28 homework sections here. The homeworks will vary in number of problems depending on obviously what kind of crap is in them. I do recommend you start with the orientation. If you've never used web work, this will be very good for you to just kind of understand how to input questions and answers, that kind of thing, what it's looking for. The orientation is not graded. It is simply so you know what you are doing. All right, so when you go into the homework, let's look at one of these here. You will see on the right hand side, so when you go into any homework set, on the right hand side you see videos. So these are the same videos that we talked about in the last video, in my last video, of going with the Math 123 packet. So all of these will correspond to your packet for the particular section. So if you get to a problem and you don't know what you're doing, you can go back and watch the section videos, or if you haven't watched them yet, you might want to start there. But they're there for every section. Now, when you get into a problem, let's say you get it wrong 3 times. I think that's the minimum. You're going to see this little hint button show up. And the hint is a video example. If you click on this link, it will take you to a video that is very similar to this problem with different numbers. So it will explain how to work through the problem, what the rules are, that kind of thing. If you get to a problem that you cannot figure out and there is no video hint, shoot me an email and I'll create one. Most of the problems I think do have video hints, at least more of the complex problems. Now at the bottom of the problem you will see these 4 blue buttons. Preview my answer doesn't do anything. It lets you see what you inputted. Worthless. If you hit check answer, it will tell you whether or not you're right or you're wrong. But if you look up here, answer is only checked, not recorded. If you only check even if it's right, it will not show up on my screen that you actually did that problem. And therefore, you need to make sure that you hit submit answer, because submit answer is how it will save in the system. So obviously this answer is not correct, but you will want to make sure that you are constantly hitting submit answer. You do not lose points for doing a problem 45 times. It doesn't matter how many times it takes you. Once you get it right, you get 100% for the problem. So don't worry about hitting submit a bunch of times and not getting it right. It doesn't matter. The last thing, if you did this problem a couple times and you want to try it again, you can click this show me another button and it will take you to a new problem that is very similar. This problem, even if you get this one right, will not count towards your homework set. You must have the original problem correct in order to get points for that particular problem in the homework set. So make sure you check that out. Now for any problem, if you can't figure this out, let's say you're working on section 4, problem 2, you just cannot get it right, you're going to shoot me an email so that I can help you. This button that says email instructor does not work. It has not worked in 3 years. It's not going to start working now. So make sure you go just into your other Ivy Tech email, shoot me an email, tell me which homework section. Section 4, homework 2, I don't know how to do it. You will see here on my page, I have a button that says show past answers, and it will show me every answer that you submitted, what day and time. So don't tell me I worked on this problem a lot and I can't get it, and then I go there and you haven't tried it at all, right? Big fat liar face. So just letting you know that I can see what you've done. All right. If you hit the grades button, it will show all of your homework assignments and how you've done. Obviously, I've done nothing here. So you can see how many points you've scored out of the total possible and which ones you got right. Some problems are multiple points, and that's why like homework 2 is out of 77 total points with only 19 questions, because you've got multiple pieces there. There's one more thing. Back in the homework sets, This is a new thing this semester. Very, very down at the bottom, you see video lessons for 080. The whole purpose of these, they're by units. In the back of your packet, there is additional pages for the Math 080. It's just extra practice. And these are the videos that go with every one of those pages and those things. So in Unit 1, if you go to this, Problem 1 is Unit 1. Problem 2 is all Unit 2 videos in that extra practice in the back of your packet. So it's a nice way to find them of where they are. Obviously, there's no problems here. This is not for a grade. It's just extra resources should you want it and or need it in a nice organized fashion. So I think that's pretty much it for web work. If you have questions on anything, just shoot me an email and we'll go from there. Thanks.